Hi, this is Kashpunisa Bagewari. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we will have two new Amazon S3 console. Almost all my previous video about Amazon S3 are with old UI. Now AWS introduced new user interface for S3 console. So let's have a look for new S3 console. So I'm on my S3 management console. You can see I'm having here 3 buckets. So you can see here this is the overview page of your Amazon S3. So you can see here number of buckets and the list of buckets. So in this list you can see the name, region, access and creation date. So and you can, if you are having n number of bucket, you can search easily your bucket with the help of your bucket name. So suppose like I want to search my bucket Kashaf, I can type and I can easily find my bucket. So this is a very good filter option available here. So in this table you can sort your buckets as per the name, like ascending and descending order. You can sort region wise or axis wise or creation date wise. So ascending and descending sort is available here for your bucket list. And if you select any of the bucket, you can see here these buttons are enabled. If you deselect so you can copy ARN Amazon resource name of your bucket by clicking here. So your bucket ARN is copied, and you can empty your bucket by clicking on this button. If you want to delete your bucket, if you are having some objects in your bucket, you can empty your bucket before deleting it. So by clicking this, your all objects inside your bucket will get deleted, and then you can delete your bucket. And here you can see here the settings button. So you can give some preferences on your bucket overview page, like you can page size 100 buckets, or you can, here is for 100 buckets and wrap lines is enabled, and you can show and hide columns as per your requirement. So if your all buckets are in the same region, you can hide this region column and continue. So you can set as per your requirement how you will feel better, and how you can easily access your buckets and find the required information. And you can create new bucket by clicking here on the create bucket button, and this page will redirect to you create bucket page. You can feel that information, like all these information are same as we followed in our previous videos. So you can give some name to your bucket, all that with naming philosophy you can check. Suppose that I am giving my demo name something, you should that should be unique and that not contain any space or upper character. Then I will select region here, and if I want to copy settings from any existing bucket, I can click on this and I can copy. Suppose I want to copy settings from any my existing bucket, I can choose here and choose bucket. All the copy will get all the settings will get copied to this new bucket. So you can choose like this. So all the settings will applied as per my existing bucket. So that all that is, you can here block your public access, and if you don't want to block, you can just uncheck this, and you can enable or disable versioning. Suppose if you want to enable it, so or you can enable or disable, and you can add tags here for your bucket. So suppose you can add tag default encryption, you can enable or disable. Actually this settings is coming from my existing bucket. So in my existing bucket the default encryption was enabled and it was SSE S3. You can change setting also. So if you want to go with another, with suppose SSE KMS, so you can add KMS keys here. I am going with that existing settings, and for advanced setting you can disable or enable object lock. I want to keep it disabled now, and just click on the create button. Oh yeah, actually here it is one acknowledgement. Okay, so I acknowledge that the current setting might result in the bucket and the object will then become public. Okay, no issue, it is for demo purpose. It can be my bucket and object can be public. So I'm going to click on the create button. So yes, successfully created bucket, and this is my new bucket name. So to upload files and folders or to configure additional bucket setting, choose view details. So can click here view details. So here you can see all the details about your bucket. So here are the bucket overview first, the region of your bucket, ARN, creation date, and object can be public. So it is the access. So here are multiple tabs like objects, properties, permissions, metrics, management, access point. That was all the previous one, but little UI is changed. So here it is the list of objects. Here now I am having 0 objects because this is my new bucket. I didn't uploaded any object yet. So you can find list of objects here like name, type, last modified, size, storage class, etc. You can apply any actions, you can create folder, you can upload files and folder. So I'm going to show you to upload the folder. So suppose here from my desktop I am having one folder. I am dragging and dropping it here. Okay, so now you can see here the list is added. So the name of my object is mypage.jpg, folder name is demo, type is image, and size. So okay, I already drag and drop this, and you can see the destination. So this may be my destination details. Okay, and just click on upload button. So it is uploading is in progress. So upload succeed. So view details below. So I can see the details of my new object that I just uploaded. So this is the destination, succeed, this is the status, my object name, folder name, like this. And okay, yes, I'm convinced. Now click on exit button and go back to your objects tab. So you can see here this object is added. So this is the folder, it is demo. Under the demo folder I am having one image. So like this, you can select on this object. If you want to delete this. If you want to do any other action, like you can open, calculate total size, copy, move, those download as, all these different kind of options are available for your action. If you want to make this object public, you can make it public. So yeah, okay, successfully edited, public access. Okay, exit this. So I am back to my demo folder. I can create here folder also. I can upload more objects. Okay, I want to go back to my bucket and we see this first tab. So in objects we covered what are the options are available. Now I am going to click on properties tab. So in properties, what are the properties available? Those are the same. but just little UI is updated, new UI is there. So you can edit bucket versioning. So you can enable, disable or suspend your bucket versioning. And the current setting you can see here. If you want to change this current setting, you can click on this edit tab. It is my bucket versioning is now suspend. I can enable it. I don't want to do any of this action right now. And you can see the tags. So at the creation of bucket creation time, I added this tag. If you want to add more tags, you can click on the erase button and you can add more tags, or you can remove this, save changes, successfully edited tag. Okay, so I deleted my tag. Here you can enable default encryption. Now default setting you can see here. It is enable default encryption and it is server side SSCS3. If you want to change, you can click on change that. And in intelligent tiering archive configuration, you can set it here by click on the create configuration button. For server side access logging, currently it is disabled. You can enable by clicking on the edit button and change the setting and click it to enable. I'm not going to do this now. And you can see here AWS CloudTrail data events. If you have any CloudTrail data events feature is added, you can see it here. You can configure CloudTrail from this link. If you're having any event notification, you can create only, you can see it here. If it is not, you can create event notification by clicking it here. You can give name, prefix, and you can choose event type, and you can choose destination like Lambda, SNS or SQS. Okay, you can see all this in my respective videos. We already covered in respective videos how to configure and how to set all these settings. Here is transfer acceleration. It is currently disabled now. Object lock, you can enable object lock here, and currently it is disabled. And for object lock, then next is requester page. Here currently for my bucket it is disabled. And static website hosting, now it is disabled. I can change it if I want to host my bucket static website. I can enable for this bucket, and like this all options are as previously, but little UI is changed. So you can set it here. So I'm going to show for the another tab of permissions. So in this tab you can find block public access. If you want to allow or deny this public access, you can set it here. And you can add bucket policy here. Currently I'm not having any bucket policy. You can click on edit button and you can add bucket policy for you. And you can, if you want to, for some reference, you can click on policy examples. If you want to create bucket policy with the help of policy generator, you can click, it will redirect to the policy generator page, and you can generate policy and paste it here, and you can save your changes. After bucket policy, that is object ownership. If you want to change the object ownership of your object, so you can do it here. You can find respective video about this, that is also available. You can set access control list from here. It is the existing setting. If you want to edit, you can click on this edit button. For cross origin resource sharing, currently I am not having any. I can add by clicking on the edit button. So all this about the permissions tab. So moving to the matrix tab. So here it is, the first point is bucket matrix. So here is for bucket matrix, it is total bucket size. Actually currently it is no data because this is the new bucket. Total number of objects, so you can find here total number of objects. And storage analysis class, so storage analysis class you can configure here. And replication matrix, if you want to see your cross region replication or same region replication matrix, you can monitor it from here. And then moving to the management tab. So in management tab, first is the life cycle rules. So you can set the life cycle rules for your object. You can switch your storage class from one class to another with the help of this life cycle rules. You can create a number of rules. You can filter as per prefix, and this you can see in the respective video. And then replication rules, if you want to create replication like cross region replication or same user replication, you can configure that setting from here. And inventory configuration, you can create inventory configuration from here. And if you want to know about details about each features, you can see that information, the purpose of this particular feature. And now last tab is access point. So you can create access points for your bucket. So number of access points for different purpose you can create. You can find my respective video about access point, and you can create access point here. And like if you want to access from VPC or internet, and you can set some bucket policy. So okay, I think this all about new user interface of Amazon S3. So it will help you along with my previous video. I hope you like this. Thank you for watching. Bye.